face the right way too. That's cool. Let's see. Yep.
All right. All right. Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis camp of the Great Millstone, and we're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who live in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. The tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians. The tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. The tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, the Panamanians. The tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. The tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. The tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians. The tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. The tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, the Chileans. The tribe of Asher, the so-called Colombians, the Uruguayans. And the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you would say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, just get right into it.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old have prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
It says the prophets that have been before, as the scriptures say, the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay, so and what that word prophesy means to say before. So what we're out here now again, as the prophets have come back in this time, is saying the things that are to come. We're prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay.
The main question, like what the brother said, is that they prophesied against.
Against.
So
Against.
they're not prophesying on your behalf, but against you.
Against.
So if anybody praying for the healing of Babylon the Great or any various places in the world that's rooted in wickedness, as the whole entire earth is ran by, then you are pretty much on the opposing end of your how about shit on shot.
God. God.
You're right. You coming to the defense of this wicked ass earth, man. Yeah. They say now you enemies against the Lord, because that's not the Lord's plan, is to destroy this place. All right, to destroy this kingdom, not to keep it going. So there ain't no pray for these people, man. Ain't no pray for Ukraine and pray for Russia, pray for the whole earth. Nah, man, we praying for the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem.
That's right.
You know, percent. This is Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon. You want me to start at 7? Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
That's the thing. These nations are waking up. You know, Babylon the Great, aka America, has gone around spreading its doctrine, its democracy, you know, establishing its embassies, occupying other countries, you know, changing their way of living, their way of beliefs, okay, and making it according to them, all right? And going, you know, they go in, steal the resources of these other nations, and Slovakia, and likewise, you know, kill off the people and establish their governments, okay? And any nation that tries to come against that, they're going to take them out. Just like years ago, what was his name? Muammar Gaddafi, you know, was going to back his currency with gold, you know, and it was number 44, you know, at the direction of the elites that went in and took him out. All right.
That's right.
This is 8.
So what bro talk about, you know, because a few examples of them taking upon that drink of that cup is, like I said, their garb that they wear. Now they wear the 3-piece suits. Those mean what? The democracy. Here in all these other countries got presidents, vice presidents, presidents, all these things. You know, pretty much similar to what they did over here in Babylon the Great.
Women twerking.
Hey, and real quick too, what? The fast food chains. You gonna see what? You see Esau Edom's kingdom all over the place you go. You see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Starbucks. All right, those are from Babylon, man. You know?
And another thing is when you see these women that come over here from other various countries, what do they do? They get Americanized. Even you know the Arabic men, Some Arabic men don't eat pork, but once they come to America, they let go of their customs. They start eating pork and taking on the customs and philosophies of the things that America does.
God,
You know?
you was talking about the women that come over here. What was that classic Eddie Murphy stand-up? So what have you done for me lately? Foo. You know, she was all right. She was submissive at first. When she got over here, now she like these American women. Okay.
Yep. Just real quick, Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Con, and nations have drunk of her wine. Okay. And what it means by that, they've taken on her Babylon the Great's democracy ways. Okay. Forfeiting their means of living, you know, how they used to live, their customs, okay? And the thing is, we know that Babylon the Great is wicked, so, you know, even though those other nations are wicked too, they made them more wicked, you know, because of the ways of Babylon the Great, such as, you know, with the alphabet game, you know, their currency, you know, which is nothing. Okay, and now these countries, as a brother said, now the nations are mad because they realize what is happening to them. Okay, if they had stood alone, you know, they would be all right now because of prophecy. You know, no, they had to drink that wine, and now those nations are mad. The ones that they were confederate with. All right.
I'm going to look at them 42. They say, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her days. So just like the brother said, when they talk about that golden cup, right? They said all the kings, they have committed fornication with her, meaning what? They done, you know, got in bed with her, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Get your bed, pillow talking, ultimately doing what? Taking on their ways and their doctrines and their fashions of life as far as what they do. Right? And they said, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her days. That's why this was pretty much at the point in time, right? All the trades and exports, everything had to come through Babylon the Great. They also got to use what? The dollar. They had to use that as far as the currency. So how all these nations have become rich by dealing with Babylon the Great. That's why, like China, you know, now they have succeeded on the GDP of America. Now they say they have the richest economy in the whole entire earth. By doing what? They pretty much did the same thing that Babylon did. They flipped it up to pretty much to prop up and build up their economy. So instead of being, you know, below, now we're gonna take what we learned from you, and we're gonna take it another step, another step up. You know, so take it to the next level, so to speak. You know, so like I said, all these, like I said, they committed a fornication. So again, like I said, that's why you can look around. Oh, a lot of these countries, what? When you get into politics and all the geopolitical things like those things that matter, you gotta learn English.
Yep.
You know, you better come to that summit or come to that meeting or that council learning English. That shows you who reigns over all the kings of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, basically too, when you go to the delicacies and the riches, they also heap those riches off the backs of the Israelites. From the free slave labor from us. That's how all those things that get exported and imported, man, that all was done by ultimately free labor over here. You know? So just getting the idea about that cup, you know, so that Yahweh Shemashah has brought Babylon up to be. Right? And that's why she was saying all of them have wandered after her, wandered after the beast. Right? They are an admiration of Babylon the Great. That's why it was easier as well. And the fear from the nukes and the missiles, all that, that's what got the people to, in a sense, to convince them to forgo their ways and take upon the ways of Babylon the Great. And you said,
I'm just going to add to your point too. You know, when you look at any product here now, how these companies got rich off of Babylon, there's really nothing made here. Again, you know, it's all made in China, Taiwan, all other nations. That's how those other nations got rich off of us. Okay, and that's coming to an end rapidly.
And that's also why we speak out against other nations, because ain't none of them speaking out on behalf of us, what y'all have did to the so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. Ain't none of them, man, but you know, what about them? What y'all gonna do for them? No, all y'all okay with reaping y'all benefits, eating up of her bread, so to speak. And as long as your economy is going well or doing what it's gonna do, you don't give a damn about us. You don't give a damn about how you get what you got. You know?
Let me get this real quick. Okay. This is Habakkuk 2 and man, let me do verse 4. I'll start verse 4. Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him."
That's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, he's very prideful.
But the just shall live by his faith. All right, we know obviously the just is what? The Israelites.
The Israelites.
All right, especially the elect of this time. They're going to be the just in this time, right?
Yeah, you also said faith. You know, that's a gift only to the Israelites.
That's right. Verse 5 is the point. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right, and we know Esau Edom was the ultimate prideful, right? And they transgressed by wine, by what? His like the brothers was going into his philosophy, his ways. All right, because remember they set themselves up as the Most High. All right, so all these other nations are heaped up under them. All right, and, looking at the Esau Edom, so-called white man, as the so-called God of this world.
They said you need to keep it at home. So just just look up all the American bases around the world. I think it's like what 800 to 900 bases. And then they just now said they about to put a permanent base in the NATO ally, NATO EU ally, Poland. So they're gonna put it now. And see, there's another example of them not keeping that home.
Not keeping it home. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
They need everything. They want it all. All right.
And with this recent thing that all that gold they found in Uganda. You know, and see the world knows who Esau Edom is right now. Everybody already said, well, we know America's going down there to do something. They're about to overthrow the government. You know, come from the same playbook. You can't hide no more. You're doing this. We know who you are.
And that's that neither keep it at home. Right? He sees something you got, he gonna want it.
What was another society that did that? Okay. What was another society that did that? Okay, they went everywhere and conquered everything. Rome.
That's the spirit.
Rome. Okay. They follow. They're still going to follow the traditions of Rome. Okay. What did Rome do? Rome went and conquered everywhere. Okay, they want to have rulership over all the land in some shape or form. That's what Rome did, and that's what America does as well.
Which is going to be equal to what they downfall, because just like Rome, they were spread too thin militarily. Man. You got soldiers here, soldiers there, sort of spread out too thin to where it's not very effective.
And not only that, just to back them up, America is known as the revival of the Roman Empire. Number one, and to your point, you said they were spread so thin. There was just an article out the other day, the recruitment for not going to go. They don't go there. All right. And gathering, that's the law for that. And when you leave for to come by. Okay, with this, everything, they leave you with nothing. Okay, just like in times past, where people they figure, and they were somewhere too that they really, if we keep letting where they go, for our economy, the same thing exactly. All highways in the
that's right. The Habakkuk 2 says, yea, all he transgresses, he is a proud, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his hell, and cannot be defied. But you go ahead.
It's like they go grape gathering, they say cannot.
Nope.
So nothing that this man really get. He
him all nations, keepeth unto him people.
Right, and that's great written over here and all this.
Right. Exactly.
So these, like I said, these niggas be satisfied. Keep going, just like back in time. After the break, they just tired of like this. They want to keep expanding empire. They said the world was quiet.
Yeah. Man, dude, we got this damn near got everything. Been good going on.
The soldiers were.
Yep.
They had been. The soldiers were because they had been out some more and at war. That's how bad it kept like with the he constantly he wanted to
care about family. Give a bitch, gonna give it home. What? From there. What he do? He will continue to his empire. They did what was going on, and also that's all right. Speak about like the values was still different values amount to that. So
right.
These are
what is
so like say they had a gold, then gold coin. Now we're going in with we put bronze in, so the value was changing, and they we still getting this Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's his nature. It's from the earth. Okay, wherever, and you know, the thing is with that metal, since over time starts to wear out and brown metal on the edges. That's the same thing.
And then what they're doing, it's like they were new money using these metals with, you know, metals like gold, you know, copper. Guess what? They open this, hey, ain't you wrong?
even worse this time. But yeah, currency.
Yep.
Your dollar play the same amount as
Exactly.
it was even worse now. Like you said, they just keep printing that devalue. And then we also
went out enough that was red.
The red that you saw Edom going to 5 and 25. 24. You know, it says the earth in the hands of the wicked. Okay, he has it. Okay, you look at his, you know, that's how he does everything. You know, back in Genesis 20, he was blessed with that sword.
And it's like Genesis 27 verse 39. And by thy
sword, you know, that sword is scary. Any who's any instrument that's going to use a severe harm, period. His sword is pharmaceutical industry. Okay, it's going to cause death. That's intent. That's what made up their military.
they was making. This is just giving you and shot brother and the stress went down shot dominion. I can show from off the
And we broke to Solomon, you know, hated.
like special ones coming in before that they was always revolt. You know, General a bill against
Yeah.
Yep. They say in the days of Asa, 2 Kings 20, in his day, he revolted from the hand of Judah, king over themselves. So that was going to part of when they broke the dominion. But like you said, even we had them to begin for a certain period of time, broke free again. This is the today.
Yeah. I said the Renaissance, you know, the Edomites go all the way back to the Greek captivity and the ancient Roman captivity too.
Book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4, and they went out and
He don't see anybody. Okay. In another case, of great gathering, you get all these major and they have this leftover. Instead of giving it to the poor people, they throw it away.
They call it
That's an excuse. To throw it away because profit.
Yep.
And then he was take peace.
That's
right.
So you hold hands, was all saying prayer and light candles and
All right. All right. You can't tell it's already been set up.
You know, he's called line of wicked. Wherever he goes, kill one another. You see that right now. King, you know, truth be told, and you people, all right?
he was going back to them against each other. Friendship, you know, like they ultimately know where we come.
you know, even the Lord said Egyptian against the Egyptian. All right, so Ecclesiastes chapter 14, for himself, whom will lead
Last part of that
he
again.
says, take pleasure in his
And that's the thing. Okay? We understand because you're not that everlasting, okay? Everlasting life.
You know, certain things and try to go to see, because like you said, it is for this man. We understand at the time when it comes to a pass in the kingdom.
God, that scripture did not consider.
That's right.
Yeah. He might get a.
She said the world before it happened. Said, "I'm gonna appreciate it." So we had him.
Have enough. Just
So just the back, we just mentioned that Esau, you're pleasure to get out because you're going to come up, so you're going to pay low, right? Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1, come down and sit, O virgin Babylon. So there's that message that represents the lowest thing in America. Says sit on the ground, or daughter of all right. Says what we call it, we put the rain down as America and conclude
all tender delicate right now. That all the wicked posts, especially to these various sites, that damn, that's what they.
Yep. Despite with the lateral side in the direction where it came from, but it fell right.
But earlier, time of Jeroboam, I would tell you the Edomites and the temple.
Yep.
So, and stole the Babylonian stole, but the main culprit, responsible was the Edomites. They trying to destroy the spiritual us now.
that's right.
Don't get over there. We trying to third when the Babylonians previous empires, they pretty much took their facts and incorporated into even ways of some. Took before even so that's the main point of the Babylon. Will prove that the children of Eden and they say, "Oh, daughter of Babylon, and shall he be given dashed like little stones?"
Right.
So hey, so the top of the kingdom, yeah. Why did reward you even though rewarded us? The things that you have done to us.
No?
Yeah. Just to prove that dollar Babylon, like I said again, like raise it right now. So they got that, like the best yes, they got the jab, they try to kill you with the foot, kill you with the egg, side, this man's trying to do not search, they cannot be in search. So the next do to be able to what, bro? That and kill us. That's the only way. We do these things that the Lord for the people.
It says,
Cast away.
yeah, passed away, man.
back to the Isaiah chapter rivers shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be Esau eating with your wickedness is being exposed. All right, America, the deal they as the book of 10 verse 7 because of things. Right, all talking about you, Esau Edom. Like the scriptures are sleeping in bed with all these other nations.
That were exposed America for Negro.
Yeah, that they.
And then
You guys talk about it. But y'all still got this so-called slaves over here.
And they were found guilty of war.
That you are. He's letting it be exposed, man.
Yep.
These other nations right now.
That's still has right now, right? Oh, even in the sense, even your people, against you, but that's the spirit of power you got shot.
That's right, bro.
Just because you either is to you put out there and said at the time diligent, measure what's going on in the world, prophecies of your have a shot. So, like I said, man,
Whom the Lord shone with the spirit.
that's in the Lord right now, right?
Like it.
Consumed by mouthpieces of your because like Lord not off his throne, open the clouds up his fulfilled carry how shall gonna come glory, right? Holy angels, those chariots. So the spirit of the mouth, he put this word through his men. And then at the end it tore down and exposed, and then the real destruction will come in the nuclear and how shall the holy angels with the concentration of the chariot. UFOs are aid. That's right. Aerial phenomenon.
Yep.
Go back to
Oh, yeah.
Book of Luke, the verse 8 says, Yahweh Israel is bringing us to where we were in, okay, where we used to be, the rule of this world, and that raised up on, in the final verse 70, down off his throne. Right? Purpose of getting that word, getting to the hopeful and doing of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah.
Fish was the man.
Con.
And I was the elect.
Here we live.
That's right. That's why the angels are going to reach from the terror.
Con.
Get it all.
Yep.
So back to 47, verse like naked cover, shame shall be seen. Now that that Yahweh through his men is exposing Esau, white man, for his wickedness. All right, it says in the book of Thessalonians, whom the Lord shall destroy with the bright. Because when he first came on the scene, in his majestic like fire with concentrated laser beam, and the Lord is going to be shot over here. Right?
My ad, he said he's not going to meet me as a man. It's back to Deuteronomy 28. It says, man shall buy you. Okay, and that word buy goes into redeem. All right, and that's what he's called here. The whole one of Israel. God, there it is. So when he says, I will not meet a normal man to be able to deliver curses, king, extra, who was that back over there? One of the guys get the Israel.
Was it?
Marcus got, Marcus got anybody tried, wasn't gonna happen. They were no man shall share you. Like he said, I will as a man.
And also, that's what by the neighbor reinvented it and had these look at them.
Yep.
It's just like, hey, an example was what? No glory go to his son.
So Job chapter verse 5 says, seeing his or determined the number of his month he appointed his bound that he cannot.
God, his time, he's going on with great rain when he's about to fill. I get that. Yeah.
Job verse 23.
So that's I think this new order to go through into as you plan, it's going to bring that.
Of the craft, so they cannot perform their enterprise.
Well, that's the thing. You you're messing with the food, with the water. It's going to with that. That's going to more being able to buy, and I think it's fair.
You have another one?
Daughter of the Chaldeans, right? Mark, as the scripture said in the first verse, God still does so. Right, that representative of it. All right, and hey, I said, are Esau state? All right,
And that's why we're in that state right now. We're in that as a whole nation. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with flight of the other side, but the whole confused. Right?
It's gonna be a trend. You be in the light of the and wickedness of the left hand side. Your light gonna be taken to. We gonna be the entire world, galaxies in the cosmos, so to speak. Because who's the model Babylon the Great? The white man.
Hey, they're doing polls acts, man, and you got to tell Esau that it's people saying, yeah, we.
Yep.
The Lord be upon every proud and upon every lifted up. Whether we see it coming, all right, and what is the Lord going to do? He's going to bring you from off your high.
You no longer be able to put out your unrighteous decree.
Right, bro.
All right, you will no longer be able to that, unlawful, man, with that wicked penny.
Thou shalt know your opinions. I know, I stay your air right. I the border was state. My king David. I think they're really elect.
Injuries got by deceit. The kingdom is from one people to another.
Like, so that's not gonna be for no reason. No, the Lord just said, this is no, like I say, your feelings and injuries got by the sea. It's unrighteous with people. You the country you may do it. No bone cutting them, and what they do, unrighteous dealings. Oh, like we did with the like Wall Street, the black what's the dealings then? You know what I'm saying? And you know about the structure that you have people. They got books that what's called the American. It says all the tribes. You know what I'm saying? Like they killed hundreds of us.
God.
And then even today, getting gunned down. All these injuries. What your injuries do? It's physically involved with your unrighteous decrees.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. All your bridges by the sea, they've been ultimately by, like I said, going to reap and keep it. And then also here with us with the mercy and this and that. That's why I said James kept back my front, I believe, before the silvers came, right? Because you got it.
Yep.
You didn't do it, you might have to get these things. Got it by lies.
That word does.
Right.
Yeah.
How you gonna discover stuff that was already there? About it, you know?
And take it.
It's aching.
Even go, we bought out, took the vessels.
Yep.
They just got what the Ark, Titus, long, but all these things you have done, therefore, a translation.
That's right.
Because you like give it a chance, completely.
Yep.
Upside down, and everything's out of scripture. It sounds the whole world. Of course,
That's right.
You can't blame.
Tanks and
For example, that stuff out. But when they, what was it, just summer, we were the ones responsible because we didn't want to take the juicy juice. And that event told us it was coming. You put it out there in January, and then you for it.
Right. And then all the variants with release dates like it was the Jordan calendar.
Now you got other popping out.
Right. Yep.
Oh, it's more deadlier than before. You know, anything else, but just like you said, you consider control. Why do you have control?
Right.
Will it be the eradicator, get rid of it? Still have it.
No, I'm saying the really means creation.
Yeah, Center for Disease Creation.
Yeah, y'all this shit coming back that's supposed to be eradicated 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
1,000 years ago. Why is it still here?
Yeah.
Why does it say hundreds? Why?
Yep.
That's just this man. That's why a translation of rules. The earth is dying, waking, it's like Isaiah 24.
Yep.
But guess, can you get verse 4?
Yep. The sorrow for of the earth is the Lord, and in due time set over it is profitable.
You just gotta hold on. You gotta hold fast and over it. Let's start with our Lord. How shall I have my and the rest of the order? So we just gotta hold and just the Lord keep us in spirit to the end because that change. Right? And that's gonna be a real uninterrupted rule. That's right. In this right.
I got Daniel 7 and 8.
I'm a good shot.
Look at Daniel chapter verse 18, and but the of the Most High, the kingdom, right? According to Psalms 1.
Yeah, saints. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, all Israel will be saved. The covenant to us, of course, but we still make void the law.
Only 3. It says, but the hour, and now when the truth shall worship the Father in spirit, in truth.
Curses, particularly against your how about, but our seed, do other nations come out looking like their seed lines to the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, but like
One more, verse 24, John 4 and 20. The Most High is, and they that
you know, chapter. The idea of how white looks, and they call this nigga real quick. But this Christians think the true son, you know, how God and Shemashai look like. It's false.
Yeah.
That we tell you image, right? Also tell you that, hey, but God is, you know, to say, like I said, worship. We tell you, well, this is right here. You reject that, and or why this color? Well, you're not worshiping. Just gonna say, and if you don't want to accept it, then you are considered enemies of how about you, and he gonna put you to death.
right quick. There's a picture of that image.
Yep.
When the Lord come back, then you gotta, you know, tow you, or you gonna have somebody hook up and take your shit. You want to know what company it is? You know,
Like you said, you need to know how they look. Fine. They have some movement.
Yep.
Projection.
Right.
I said is for you to understand. We read, so we know for Caucasian, like as I say, know more about the Chinese man who can say the so-called I said for Judah, so he'll be able today coming back and to deliver the Israel, which really be the house of the other nation of Israel, because not all Israel saved when it comes to the destruction. Ultimately, in the kingdom, all be saved and be bodies in such kingdom we put. But on this separation, the 1/3 over here in Babylon, 1/3 of over here will be destroyed.
And if I, you know, to say for an image like that, that would defeat centuries and centuries of all to get the two.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 6.
So for you, it was Japheth or Esau. That's a, you know, of all the scriptures say of the people. Okay, so takes is on the money, and he is the end. We know money is crashing. Okay, Jacob is beginning that follows. Brother was going Sirach 10, and you know, for the kingdom is travel forever and.
Yep. Right, because you got 3 classifications of it. One world being cosmos, would be like a set arrangement, or in that order, like an example, music world, agricultural world, sport, then also nations, right? Nations of people, so 8 section cosmos. You got the other one, which means that Earth, the whole entire as itself. The then world that the brother speaking about right here, Eon or Aeon. It's a set period, uninterrupted. If they say Jacob, another is going to begin at that point, right? So we understand, you know, just to classify about period of time. So on. These latter times, his age is 12. Start with Yahweh, king, the appointed king, and the like men say as a read ever and forever.
If I may add, what this brother do with the different type of pearls, that's why it's so, you know, GMS stresses. You have to go into, each one. It's we use one of those words and what the truth is, or lost out there for the time each of a rulership. All right.
Back in Isaiah, with us, people. So it's like the Israelites in the Bible, right? And they're giving them to hand, so we are giving it to the hand of our enemies. Esau even so. All right. All of this shows pretty much that man, the Lord gave an inch, and he took. All right, so ultimately, somebody get that executive team. Esau even so-called white man. You know our people, breaking our men, ravishing our women, making our kids alligators, right? Those things that he's done, are he's soon to pay, all right?
Book of Zach, you got it?
Zechariah 16. Sword with the heathen are at ease, for I was a little pleased, and they poured my.
They held forth the he delivered into the hands of our
has had perpetual hatred.
hatred, perpetual passion, right? That goes back to the time of Cain, right? But because Abel and Esau and Jacob, all right?
And has shed of Israel force of the sword.
Once again, it's going got it, Jacob. Jacob said, important. They don't even proper judgment, right? Look at them.
At a jail, a woman from behind, it was a rope shot. He hit her times. They, yeah.
Yeah, that's let's say by the four.
Yep.
And it's, like I said, people had to eat Thursday was that's what here for you eat. And don't get me wrong, oh y'all go.
That's right.
That's what it's mentioned that look, Pastor Hall always say, man, shit, if you know that it's most like hell, that you gotta eat them,
Yeah.
eat them. Right.
Yeah.
You see, but I'm like, oh my god, y'all know.
Yeah.
Like I say, y'all. Yeah, they just know that you in trouble and that you're political. Just
5-3. Shed their by the that shed it.
so much you add that you now you can ultimately that was polluted because of the people and the polluted. Right? Because Genesis 9 say, "Whosoever sheddeth man's blood by man." That's the only way how the rights, the wrongs can be made right.
Chapter 3, verse 5. But he was wrong for the wrong that you're gonna be the same way. There's no respect for person. The thing is, you pay back double, twice as hard. Just like the brother said before in the Zonderman Bible, it is the only nation that has shown mercy.
Oh,
Man.
okay. Real quick. About mercy. See, mercy rejoices against judgment.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Mercy against judgment. You see, against Clunk. It's going to be a joy to pay you. It's things that the Lord hates. 7 is abomination to him. The very that is a you are very proud. Like, you guys driving past, smiling at us. That
think that you was first, you never be at the bottom where you be transitioned and vulnerable and mental, right? Oh well, certain things happen, but we always that's and like I said, and they say, well, who shall bring thee down? You how about you? Yeah, that's why we go back to
that Matthew 12, verse 30. But I say, and this is the words of God, okay, unto you that you realize, they shall give thereof in the judgment. By thy words, for by thy words thou shalt be judged, and by thou shalt be condemned. Okay, so he justified function, which is the Israelite, okay, going to be condemned, heathen nations and thirds of our people. All right, that's right.
I got this is the book of chapter 2, 12. Woe to him, a town with and established iniquity.
God, no Africans. That was the Israelites. African name, I think it was like 5. Apologize or selling up. But it's 2.
well, like you see here, will have
Yep.
to do. So like I said, over them have my hand in it too. But I was just like some of our people, you tell this and that, you know how to do.
Yep.
But just add to it. Like you just said, but speaking of shit, the two, they said they just listen.
Yeah, the power, yeah, Jay.
Yep.
Man, for little reward.
Well, I see all his own plans.
Yeah.
Makes us his slaves.
Do you not see it in what? Industry like P. Diddy, saw them, or don't they contracts where they get all the, they don't get it plays after they are person.
I just recently watched that when Rick Ross has signed big deals. And the contract his head down because he knew he was signing that man's life. Okay,
Yep.
he knew to putting that man still on people, man. To even more something, bring more profit, Esau.
In the back here, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, and it reads, "He that justifies wicked people, and to those abominations, and to those strangers, okay, condemneth the just." What you do when you sell it, or when you sell your, oh man, with those records, whole music and movie industry, games, and a lot of our names were on,
Contract, he wrote slave. Okay, and then we would go to the wars. He would tell people that you were slaves under these record labels, man. So, hey, Jake don't pay attention. See, with Jake just want that money.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, there was.
Yep.
Hold on.
You talking to?
Hold on. Come back to that start. But you realize, well, you do realize, but then you're oppressing your people just like they are. And then they're the people that are controlling your funds.
Yep.
Your funds ain't yours. Especially when you come for the, well, if you don't take this and that, it's all your funds. So like I said, they come into the, hey, I glorify. We know that that's why he's dealing with the meek man that is humble. We know they need the help. We know they're in trouble. We know they a savior. We know they need a hedge. Right? Say the angels praise for the sin and turn from the
God.
Just one.
Just one. Yeah.
it ain't no okay. Hey, that's the spirit. Praise the how about you, my. If they don't, they can be cast to the wayside.
God.
So we focusing on meek and lowly.
God.
That's who the
Got that right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, 26. It says, "For ye see your brethren, how many wise men after the flesh, mighty, noble are called, chosen the fools of the world to the wise, and the chosen the weak world not to bring the things that."
So right there, what you're just telling you, just for sake of the scripture, they're telling you, I hope in your stock in these celebrities. These people that are about all these funds, like say, come into the absolutely. But at the same time, let me ask you, just in a general standpoint, in your everyday life, who can you contact first? Somebody of your stature, lonely standpoint as you. Like we're saying, push it off if one come in. That, like I said, the Lord did me. You got getting all this pride. Of course, not dealing with them. See how a lot of that pride and how these rappers, these celebrities been getting judged. They look down on their people. They're not dealing with them. So that's why, so I said, when you actually, general standpoint, counter on a day-to-day basis, right, it's going to be somebody else, like I said, that's pretty much on the same ball. He's in the NFL. His name on the case, but right now, he just listening. He knows that. He ain't wrote to me and said, "Hey, kids, I done went out to the camps and I've been fellowshipping." He ain't doing that. NFL player, so-called celebrity. No, like I said, I speak. I tell him all. I don't sugarcoat nothing to him. I don't give him no. I tell him all this. No, I'm a person. So the same way I talk, the same way I talk to individuals who don't have money, because it doesn't matter. What the elect? How about you, shop?
Because what? The Christian church thing, godliness, man. The world think they look at half and point. You know what I mean? And like we aren't we can't be because we ain't at the high level status, man. You know what I mean?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 13, beginning in verse 20. Okay, so thing, you know, saying a rich is going to be held because they think they're going to something. You know, poor man, and they're going to be pushed away by his friend. You know, they disappear. Get things not to, and yet that's something. As he spake once.
I'll tell you that. What? What's happening in the world? You know, what? Get them. Yeah, well, if the Spirit of the Lord put, you know, that's how you got to come into this full fledged, right? But as a put the Spirit of the Lord, so you know, as I tell him, you know, and just like, and even like to the truth, subscribe to, you know, so you got the two different that you could. But I mean, but like I said, in the day, don't be put on different ones on the left, right?
Matthew 14 are called, but who are chosen?
Right, so there are calls in this thing, as far as those who subscribe to the truth, right? To do what? To let you show us so we be a part of those who was called to the truth, to teach and be men of the Lord, be chosen of the Lord's elect. That's what we strive. You know, so many people that's gonna come in, but we understand that we're only dealing with the remnant nation of Israel.
Chapter 46, verse 6. I was brought by people after heretics and given their hand. Thou didst show them no upon the age thou very heavily laid the yoke.
So now just above while you have our shop with us, this is chapter our power cease and forget, though we have rebelled. We obeyed the power to walk, which he says by service the prophet.
We haven't obeyed I always might have show you the word, but the majority of our take heed to the words of
and say verse 11, yea.
Last one of us point in time going out by Shimei, right?
The power by Shimei have sinned against.
And that's ultimately that's the position that we're in today. We're in captivity. Our sins, as the book of Ephesians tells us, we suffer because of sins. Even about departing, how Israel departed, other false gods, different philosophies that were the contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Ultimately, forsake Bashim Yashai in general. Right?
Okay. He say, verse 12, great evil.
That's learned his words, all right? He did what to do. This, all right? If we did this against him, to his voice. So you could do the right with 20, because that's what that is, the curse. All right.
For under the whole heaven been done as done unto Jerusalem.
There ain't no other nation you got it, man. The Yahweh got a number on earthly something.
As it is in the law of Moses, all this evil is for hath the Lord watched upon us.
All right. The Lord said, if you do this, you became wicked. Aggressions, our Shine brought these all right.
Simple, point blank period. That's why all these things were put upon them. We had to go through because why? We made an oath, we made a covenant. When you have Shine, and what happened? We broke it. So that's what we had to be punished for the covenant that about Shine. And that's what we have when we experience it unto this day. So this captivity this very day. We had to pay for our sins.
This is the Baruch 4 going into those curses, right? All right. As with joy nourished them, sent them away in the morning. Okay. That was the curses, captivities. He said, "Man rejoice me, a widow, because they departed from the law." So here again, we went off, okay, and do what he had to do, you know. You know, he said we were okay. And in Isaiah 4, you know, it says that he, and you know, we so he turned away from us because of our transgression. This out there. He didn't totally cast, but you know, that's what we're dealing with. He says he's left, you know, empty because of his, you know, in the path of discipline and righteousness. Okay, that's why he sent away. According to what I was just saying.
Now said to be a lady, so that either a white man or American are they going to ever, as in there's people like think somebody get Isaiah 14, 13, and 14. It's going to go on. All right. As it considered, you know, what he's done to the Israelites.
Revelation chapter 18. I won't read that part. But it says, how much she by herself in torment and sorrow, right? That her Babylon the Great, right? That whole, it say, if in her heart I see and am no widow, now see, they consider, they thought that they could get on and on another call for her, but now we're gonna get through this. They could never be taken down, right? I see no widow shall see no sorrow. That's pride. That's being bathed in heaven. We know the thermonuclear war ready.
Getting ready.
To penetrate, right? Therefore, plagues come in one. Well, yeah. Therefore, it's coming one day, death and mourning, and she shall be from a fire. How about Shemel Shur, who judges? So for all right and all her those trees, the rest of the whole time, they gotta pay for it, and they gonna pay for it. They put it to heart. They always be on top. The Lord said, man, death and destruction, the plagues, and all this.
They're able to benefit. Question says that dwelleth carelessly on heart, and none else but small white man has a God. Right? He's proud. Nobody can take. All right, but how I'm going to take this man. All right, because I shall not sit and experience the loss of children. All right, experience these plagues as a prophecy and revelation. All right, even.
Hey, we're at that. We'll see. Like, what's up? Sit down.
Okay, I'm still holding. There we go. Okay.
Quality and everything.
All right. We had some technical back on. All right.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 4, and verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, given to pleasure. So America given pleasure, their ways, their philosophy, the whole earth, right? Both to the other nations, their resources, ultimately off the benefiting off the of the children of Israel. All right. That saith in thine heart, I none else besides. At the end of the day, Esau Edom, right? He thinks right? It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So ultimately, at the end of the day, man, Esau Edom, he believes America is going to be poor forever. All right. So he thinks it's generation.
Verse 13, and it reads, but thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt me above the stars of Yahweh, and I will sit upon the mount of the Con in the sides of the north. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 13 reads, but thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt.
Through technology, space force. So that space force.
All right. Verse.
Even so-called white man are sitting over the children of Israel in North America. The size of the North, that's North America. All right.
14. I will ascend above the heights. I will be like the Most High.
Again, that's going into God complex. Thinks that through his technology he can be the Most High, but it's not so.
Among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Right, says, those thou exalt exalt thyself as the eagle. You know, the eagle is flying bird. And that's so now Esau's high mindedness or his pride. All right, read that again.
Just Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Set thy nest among the stars, going to his space force. All right.
thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord.
So even though you're doing all this with your technology, man, because ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yashai has you in a trick bag. Yahweh Bashim Yashai is the one that's giving you the technology on the left hand side. All right, but ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yashai is going to do away with all of that, cut all of that off. All right.
Because actually going into that you know, last few missions, was that 60, late 60s, 70s, whatever. Versus that point in time, Esau's empire, his kingdom, has been going down. Ever since that happened. Yep. And then what came to me at that point in time, that was that high Esau. Ever since then, been circling down the track.
This back you up on how he that proving that we were those stars that he set himself over and in the land of the north. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33, and it reads, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all the captives held them refused to let them go. All right, and it says of Judah and the children of Israel of Judah, that's the together. Okay, and we're going to see that that's fine, but the last we were all together out of okay, we are again spiritual Egypt, right?
So that proves that all 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, besides the north, ended up on down to south.
They let them just not hardcore bomb.
I was given to preach to the captives of Babylon, but not past time to talk about this future Babylon, because why? You understand that 50 and 51 speaks about the Shabbat nuclear thermal. So we talk about back then, because there was a certain issue by the Medo-Persians to take out the kingdom. It was a certain right for them to do assassination of the prior rulership of the Babylonians, because why? The Babylonian Empire was pretty much assimilated Medo-Persian Empire. They didn't want to take it down that way. But this new Babylon, mystery Babylon, which AKA is Babylon, which is America, right? That's this Babylon that's here in Jeremiah chapter 50. You know, even like 51 letters, you know, given to the priests, the captives of Babylon. So rather these time periods right now.
Sorry. If I may, to that point, you're talking about they refused, where the scripture said they refused to let them go. Remember an article that Elder put in a group for that wicked holiday, the 4th of July. In that article, it was saying, let us out of slavery. It would have crippled the economy, on top of the fact that we were the only ones who were capable of working in that heat.
Right.
You know? To run that nation. So that's the thing. We are a free asset to them, you know, while we're in this captivity. All right, and going on, verse 50 and 34, Jeremiah 50, verse 34, and it reads, the Redeemer is strong. The Redeemer is our shy. Okay, he just out in Isaiah 47. They give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants, and that land is us. You know, he's going to us. All right, he's going to plead our come back and judge Babylon. You know, all the other but Babylon is going to have the harshest judgment, like the scriptures say. When he said disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon, you know, it's never to the wilderness. All that's going to be here, you know, and the merchants, you get this place. They're like, you know, their activity prosper, but when we were, they were no more. You know, look at Egypt, look at Rome, look at Greece, you know. It's gone. All right.
So 47 verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment of one, the loss of children, widowhood, that shall come upon thee in their perfection. So those, even though you saw
their inward thought is that shall continue forever, and their doing to all generations.
50, 26, 30. All right, but ultimately we know it's not going to go on. And it said they name
And their dwelling places to all generations, they call after their own name.
Because they call their land names. Right? We know it's named after the Virgo Africa. Also named after, you might name Leo Scipio Africanus.
Yep.
All right. Prime examples of that.
Yeah, it is.
I think kind of brother, Atticus.
Yeah.
Man, I just, you know, that just proves, you know, like you said, those mites. You jakes out there calling yourselves African, you know, you cannot have the gene, especially when those men are time periods. Y'all crazy. All right? Y'all crazy. Oh, yeah. Two daddies, you know, that's the stuff that, you know, and that is just, yeah, what's that, it's 19 and 9, you know, you should not mingle seeds or mingle animals of diverse kinds, yeah.
Comes to be in a moment in one day, and whatever is going to come to you in a day. Right? And the scripture tells us that, you know, this place is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. All right? Because the loss of children is ultimately Yahweh Shai is bringing a great slaughter to this land. Also going to cut off all of America's border. Are you not going to be able to spread your philosophies anymore? All right? You're not going to be able to go over and deal with the other nations anymore. Yahweh Shai.
At this point of Revelation chapter 18, 16. Alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones and rose. For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, as made by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, where we were made rich, all that had should see by the reason of her, for in 1 hour she made desolate.
That's ultimately they made in 1 hour. This place is going to be made desolate. You know, when these other nations are weeping and wailing, because, you know, these nations are destruction from, and when these nations see destruction, they're not going to be weeping and wailing because, oh no, America's gone, this, that, and the third. They're going to be weeping and wailing because they're not going to be able to make any more money off of America. America's going to be cut off. All right?
Read this last book. Verse 18. Rejoice over her, and ye holy.
To this day, man, Esau Edom is afflicted. To this day, Esau Edom is afflicted with children. Because we know the affliction is over. We know we're done. We know we know this is our final captivity. All right, before we get that number, our Yahweh Bashi now reward us and bestow upon us the blessing of salvation is deliverance. All right?
This proves what? Reincarnation. And rejoice over her, ye holy apostles and prophets. You got all saying the prophets are gone. They're done away. There ain't no more. They're gone. They done away. There ain't no more. But they don't understand why would the apostles be rejoicing against this. And this one more saying, and the mighty angel. So that's what's coming to the destruction is coming to this place, right? Because it ain't gonna be like it ain't gonna be no situation where, oh man, Babylon's not good anymore. Let's all leave and go back to where we came from. No, this place is gonna be thrown down and say thus with violence, right? So that the repayment that great millstone really, you know, you can ultimately gonna be Yahweh Hamashiach that's gonna come back with the holy angels. But then also what? They say also when the stars of heaven fail, go to what? The nuclear thermal warheads. Right? That's the violence that's coming with Yahweh Hamashiach and with the rest of the Lord's armory, via those missiles as well. Because all those are part of the Lord's armies. The missiles, you know, saying the elect, you know, Yahweh Hamashiach, you know, and everything that obey the will of Yahweh Hamashiach. So he's gonna put the spirits on these nations to fight against you.
I got something hot for you. Oh, go ahead. You're gonna finish this.
Okay, but that's what you're saying. They're putting that together, man. With violence, this place is gonna be thrown down. Ain't gonna be no let's meet and greet. Let's use diplomacy. No, this place is gonna be uprooted. The saints shall take the kingdom.
Right.
The saints ain't gonna ask for it or barter for it or lend this and that. No, it's gonna be taken by the saints. Yeah, you see,
that's right.
Like it's gonna be taken, but you're gonna be thrown down, and the saints shall be found no more at all. Meaning when this place gets thrown down and gets taken down, you'll never come over here to Babylon to do business again, or to live again, or to, you know, let's go swimming in Babylon. No, it's gonna be desert, the biggest desert on the earth.
And this is back him up. This is Isaiah 24:19. It says the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So, God, yes, God saying that's the nuclear missiles, man, coming through and rocking this earth, man, back and forth, like as a man that's drunk, man, you know, that can't keep his balance, man. This Lord is gonna be, the nukes are gonna destroy this place and clean dissolve it, man. Not destroying the earth forever, but the ways of the earth in this kingdom is gonna fall. All right, America Babylon the Great is gonna be totally vaporized, man. All right, and will not rise again. That's the key. So Esau Edom and his kingdom will never rise again once it's been taken down. You know?
Zephaniah 1 and 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Yeah, hey, so hey, just to back that brother, how you gonna come back to something like that, man? All right, well, this place is gonna be a desolation, man. All right, this place is gonna be a wasteland, man. All right, you're just not gonna be inhabited again, okay? The Lord is gonna destroy this place, as the brother is saying with the nuclear, with these nukes, man. All right, and rightfully so. All right, this wicked and this old wicked kingdom, man, needs to be destroyed, needs to be cleansed, man.
Yep.
All right?
So the ways that you learn from America Babylon the Great and Esau Edom, you know, they're going to be done away with, man. They're going to be no more remembered, man. And righteousness is going to flourish throughout the earth, man.
That's right.
All right, not this wickedness like in today's time, man, where everything's all broken down. And like I said, the earth is hurt, man. Look at the trees, man. You know, look at the plants, look at the animals, man. Everything's mourning. All right?
That's why the scriptures going to destroy him that destroyed the earth.
That's right.
Because with Esau Edom and rulership, man, he is, as the scripture says in Psalm 82, all right? Somebody grab that real quick, like the earth.
Kind of quoted earlier, though. This is Psalm 82 and 5. Yep, Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
And they walk on in darkness, meaning they walk in ignorance. They're not walking according to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, right? So the foundation, right, is out of course. Right? Because Esau Edom in rulership, right? Esau Edom has been ruling in complete wickedness. So he hasn't been ruling over the earth as the earth is supposed to rule over. Right? He's supposed to rule over the earth, right, by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Right? But because we have a wicked individual in rulership, as quoted in Revelation 6 and 4 earlier, right, power was given unto him to take peace from the earth.
God.
So with his wickedness, he's destroyed the earth completely. All right, you know, the trees are mourning, the animals are mourning, all right, people are mourning. All right, and that's all due to this man's wickedness.
I will for you. Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, right? Esau Edom. But unto the wicked, Yahweh Shai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee?
Right, the Lord said, what you doing with my word, nigga?
Right.
You ain't doing nothing I said.
Right.
You just a wicked nigga, that's all you is. So what you doing with my word? Right, you ain't gonna follow it, you ain't gonna rule by it. All right, so what you doing with it?
They use it for their deceivement.
God.
They use it to deceive the people, man.
God.
That just proves, like you were saying, that's why the world's out of course. Everything's in darkness because they're not ultimately going by the ways that were set up, the righteous ways of Yahweh Shai for the earth to flourish.
That's
Right?
right.
The law, statutes, and commandments is not for your condemnation or your damnation or for, you know, to be mischievous or grievous. No.
Well, it's like his commandments are not grievous.
Exactly.
Right, bro.
Yeah, First
Right?
John 20:15.
So you got something? Oh, so pretty much just, as a matter of fact, real quick, since I said that, prove with scripture, because in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 30, verse 32, right? You shall observe to do, therefore, as the Lord Yahweh Shai, your power hath commanded you. You shall not turn aside to the right hand or to the left, so meaning you're supposed to stay on that straight and narrow path of following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Not diverting to the right or to the left. That means what? Going off. No, you're supposed to walk. You're supposed to stay on that straight and narrow, right? Ain't no gray areas. It say, ye shall walk in all the ways which Yahweh Shai, your power, have commanded you, that ye may live.
Mm-hmm.
And that you may be that it may be well with you. See, the commandments given to us so that we may live.
That's right.
Just like when we put in our rightful rulership, the earth gonna be able to flourish and live because why? Righteous rulers are gonna be living by the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, so that not only that we may live, but the earth will live.
Right.
And everything flourish that comes in from the earth. They say that you and that ye may prolong your days in the land which ye shall possess. But if you live in a way opposite of that, then you're not going to prolong your days. Your days are going to be numbered, they're going to be shorter. Just like this man, his time and his days are numbered. As we read earlier, right?
And guess what? Hey, our people bunk up against the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord because they think it's going to harm them. All right, whoa, that's, hey, hold on now. Hey, I eat shrimp and pork. I love my pork skins and, you know, I got to have it, right? No, man. The law ain't to condemn you. Like I said, this is to promote your life, man. All right, just to live righteously, man. It's a good thing, man. You know. But our people see it as something negative. Oh, you, why are you trying to judge me and all that, man? We're judge righteous judgment, man. That's what the scriptures say.
God, this is just a hot one, just to back you up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 19, and it reads, "The knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality." And that's what he was saying. You know, you keep these commandments, you know, it's for your life, the tree of immortality. That's everlasting life. You know, that goes back to what he said in Isaiah 45 and 17. You know, Israel, world without end.
That's right.
Okay? World without end. You know, as the scripture said, I believe in the same book, Sirach 37:25. Let me get that right quick. 37:25. Yeah, it says, "The days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable." Okay, that's pretty much straightforward. Anybody who's not of the nation of Israel, your days are numbered. Ours aren't. And since you can't count them, that's everlasting. That's what the scripture said. All right?
Because why? Laws, statutes, commandments that promote life, that it may be well with you, and prolong your days for
That's right.
it's going to be downloaded into the integral part.
Oh, man,
So
yeah.
where we would never be able to sin or transgress against you. How about you try again? Because why? For the wages of sin is death.
God.
Right? So if you don't sin and you're not even able to sin, you ain't gonna never die.
That's
Never.
right.
So there's only life that's gonna be, you know, pretty much that's gonna be prospering within the world, you know, the cosmos and the nation of who? Israel.
That's right. And like you said, Israel, not these other nations. They still gonna live and die like we do today. But the nation of Israel is gonna be perfect.
And you don't have to follow our law, statutes, commandments that we institute.
That's it. That's
Transgress
right.
against them, then you're gonna have to. Then the punishment's gonna come down upon you.
It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Judgment.
Judgment. Hey.
You're not here no pork bacon popping in your house.
Right. Yeah.
Pull up
Yeah.
on, you know. We had to this.
Yeah.
Nah, we gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, gonna get judged.
That's it. Go ahead.
Just to back you up about the law, this is Proverbs 13 and 14. The law of the wise is a foundation of life to depart from the snares of death. And when you go into that word foundation, you break it down, it goes into source.
Yep.
Okay, so the law is the source of life. All right, to escape the snares of death, man. All right, that's what the brother said. With that law down to two, it's gonna be beautiful, bro. All
That's
right,
right.
we're not
That's
gonna be able to go off no more, man.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? No more wicked thoughts, man.
That's
All right.
right.
You know, that's a heavy thing, man. No more demons are plaguing us and attacking us, man. Hey, every day with a smile, man. Doesn't that sound great, man? No worries, man. None of us here don't know nothing about no worries, man.
True rest.
True rest.
Yeah, true rest.
Yeah.
If I may add
Hey,
to
we
that.
ain't talking about getting 8 hours of sleep. You know?
Yeah.
You know, every day's a good day, man.
God. I was gonna say, if I may add to that, you know, right now we only have 613 laws. Okay, we look at it today, just on a federal level, there are 30,000 laws plus. Okay, and all of them are geared towards us, making us go off. That's at the federal level. Then you got the state, then you got the county, then you got the city, then you got your schools. Everywhere we turn,
Yep.
you know. Everywhere we turn, it's a law. We only had 613. And like he said, if we had kept those, it was for us.
Yep.
You couldn't keep the 613. How you going to keep the 30,000 plus?
Right. And even with that, what? That's confusion.
Yeah.
You go from one state, this is the rules. Then you go to the next state, you could be going to jail for the same rules that apply in one state, and it doesn't apply in this state.
Yep.
That's confusion, man.
And then
You ask me personally, right? It's just on just a base level. If somebody pitched to me, this system, this empire, and this kingdom is ran by 613 laws, right? That's what that system. Whereas this system, this kingdom is ran by 30,000 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you rather try to follow to the best show ability?
Mm-hmm.
The 613.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that makes more sense to me. And not only 613, but those are righteous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Righteous laws. This system right here is immense in complete wickedness. So if somebody had half a brain, I'd rather choose the righteous system that has 613 laws versus the wicked system that got 30,000 plus. And then all the bylaws between county lines and
amendments.
Right. Yeah. They keep changing it.
Right. Our laws stick.
It is right.
And if I may add, Elder always says, talk about things as they relate to today. 613 laws versus 30,000 plus laws on the books. If you put it in today's things, it's by nature you want to take the path of least resistance.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Makes sense.
Path of least. I mean, that's 613 versus those unlimited laws. It's got to be 0.00000 whatever. You couldn't do it.
Hey, but
Didn't do it.
But we're doing too much by upholding righteousness, trying to do the right way. But we're doing too much.
Con.
Okay.
Yeah, I got something. This book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 4, it says, "And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." All right, and ultimately that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right, once Yahweh sends His Son Yahweh Shai, all right, to set up a complete 100% righteous society on the face of the earth. All right, and taking this man Esau Edom out of rulership. All right, that's destroying the earth. Okay, and once that righteous society is going to be is going to be set upon the earth, the whole earth is going to be at peace. Everything is going to be at peace, man. All right, this man not being in rulership is going to cause the air to be cleaner, the grass to be greener. All right, everything is going to be in righteous synchronicity, man. And everything is going to be how Yahweh Shem Shai is going to set. How you wanted it to be.
Yep.
All right, and it's going to be, and our people are not going to be afflicted no more, man. Right. Our people are not going. There's not going to be no more pain, no more death. All right, these are the things that we're looking for. All right.
Okay. This priest said, this is the back here, but this is the book of Isaiah chapter 54, beginning at verse 7, and it reads, "For a small moment I have forsaken thee, but with great mercies I shall gather thee." So that forsaking piece is coming to an end right now. We know, his signs are showing, that he's coming back. You're seeing the chariots in the sky. You seeing all the things that he said he was going to do in the last days. The famines, okay, death, destruction, earthquakes, okay, changes in the weather, all those things. And he says, "But with great mercies I shall gather thee." And who is he talking about? His elect. He's gathering his elect. All right. Verse 8. "In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness I will have mercy on thee, saith Yahweh thy Redeemer." So he said in a little wrath, and that wrath, as the brother went through early, because we were going off, we went off, we were rebellious, sacrificing to other gods and devils, okay? And he says, but with everlasting kindness, okay, that goes into that everlasting life, okay? He will have mercy on us, saith Yahweh thy Redeemer. And as he started out earlier, the Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Yahweh Shai, all right?
That's finishing off Isaiah chapter 47, verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the lost children and widower, right, and we established that Yahweh Bashim Yashai is going to cut off the whoredom of America, all right, and bring a great slaughter to this place. All right? It says they shall come upon thee. It says they shall come upon thee in their profession. Why, Lord? Why is this going to happen? All right? It says for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. All right, now that sorceries and enchantments is going to Esau Edom to witchcraft. All right, now his main witchcraft is wickedness. All right, and how does he show forth his wickedness? All right, through his different philosophies, his ways. All right, because ultimately, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has the majority of the people on the face of the earth under his spell. All right, the spell of these different doctrines. Right, saying they can do whatever they want. I know these things are ultimately contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yashai, so therefore he's going to lay this place desolate. All right.
Just like real quick, like you said, witchcraft, sorcery, and witches and warlocks. The scripture say in our law that you're suffering witch to be. So you pretty much for all your whoredoms, your mischief, your craftiness, all that. That's all going to add to the reason why you right? That's the days that we hasten to becoming our Lord, how much I'm not show.
Right.
We're waiting for what? For all this madness, all this iniquity and sin and just complete perverseness. We're ready for it to be uprooted and be cleansed via that thermonuclear warheads or by the nukes and the concentrated laser beams from Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and Holy Angels. We wait for that cleansing and purification to come to the world. And then for the restoration of the nation of Israel. That's what we're waiting on, and then the whole world's gonna be prosperous, and it's gonna be vibrant, everything's gonna be beautiful, and then life's just gonna go on through righteousness via the rule from the Israelites.
That's right. That's right.
Con. That's it.
Go ahead and all that.
Okay, and just to back the brother up, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, and that's what we're looking for the righteous to be in authority. We're aiming towards that, all right? Pressing towards that mark.
That's right.
All right, with that, we want to give all glory and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Baba. Kwam Yasharala. All right, Shalom to you, sincere Akim and Aqua on the comment board.
Shalom.
Shalom.